Hi guys, and welcome back to part 8 of this excuse for a Let's Play. Last episode the mission I did was relatively successful, as in we brought everyone back alive. Still wasn't the best mission, but nobody died, which is always a good start. Since then I've basically come back to the geoscape, realised that India and the USA are on the cusp of leaving the council, and I've realised I've got no money. I also have no heavy soldiers, only support, assault and a sniper, and on top of that a terror mission has just popped up. Now if I can complete this mission with my 4 measly rookies, this will be brilliant because it will reduce panic in all nations including the USA and India, and I may actually save them before the council meeting. But this is going to be one tough mission, so let's jump straight in.
Brazilian authorities have requested our help, so that's where we're going next.
And hopefully not get completely torn apart by chrysalids. This is definitely the sort of mission where I usually prefer to have a heavy with a rocket launcher. There's going to be floaters, there's going to be chrysalids, there may even be mutons. This is going to be messy.
Central, this is Big Sky. Confirm signal uplink. Strike team is in position near the terror site. Awaiting confirmation.
Solid copy, Big Sky. Strike 1 has been given the green light. Your highest priority is to protect those civilians.
And this looks like a fairly nasty map as well. One of those wonderful, wonderful highway maps. Long and narrow. Well, first off, I'm going to avoid running anybody out of cover. I'm going to play this one as cautiously as I can and let them come to me. Yes, we've got to save civilians, but it's not worth doing it at the lives of soldiers. I don't have enough soldiers to do it. The aliens will eventually seek me out. That's definitely not going to be a problem. Obviously we do have to protect the civilians here as well. Let's get everybody on Overwatch. Okay, so the civilians have already started to get killed. I need to cautiously move forwards. Well, he can't move very far. I really don't want to be taken by surprise by an alien at this point. Really need to be careful where I move people out to. I also want to avoid spreading my troops out too thinly, but at the same time I don't want to bunch them together. If I bunch them together, grenades will come my way. Now obviously the longer it takes me to do this, we've already lost 2 civilians on that turn alone. The longer it takes me to do this, the more chance there are of losing civilians. But I'd sooner lose the civilians than my soldiers.
Shut up. Listen.
Oh, there's another civilian gone. Of course, the other problem with chrysalids is they turn civilians into zombies, and zombies turn into more chrysalids. So, essentially, the longer this takes, the more aliens we're going to have to deal with. Once again, edging everybody forwards. Trying to keep everybody with at least 1 shot in the bag. Might as well get the support guy to move forwards now. I know that's a dash, but seems pretty safe just there. I will be making much use of grenades in this mission. I can feel it already. And another civilian down. Okay. Good stuff. Right, let's move you forwards. Let's see something. No, still nothing. Okay, not much cover there really. So we'll move you up behind. We will get our sniper and put him in a slightly better position. And if we can can grab our support guy. Let's move him forwards as well. That's high cover. Still, nobody sees anything. We can hear an alien. And there's another couple of civilians lost. Not good, but not a lot we can do about that. Really don't want to move out of cover. It's amazing how few spaces these guys seem to be able to move. It's like they're all carrying something really heavy. Okay, is it worth moving my sniper this far forwards? Or, well, no, it's a complete stupid decision, but let's do it anyway. Okay, so we're going to start rescuing some of these civilians. I'm going to use my support guy to move forwards here.
You're safe.
Rescue that civilian. I am going to move him up here.
Get out of here.
Rescue this civilian. And this civilian.
You're safe now. Go, go, go.
At least that's 3 saved. Worst case scenario, we've saved 3 civilians. And lost another. Okay, let's push forwards. When I say push, let's slowly advance forwards.
Go on, head to the ship.
Saved another civilian. Let's move forwards here into high cover. Still very surprised I haven't actually spotted anything yet. Let's push forwards again with the support.
What was that? Target acquired.
Ah, finally. We see aliens. At least we did. Now our sniper may have a shot here. 55% chance. And already, 1 less floater to worry about. So, we know we've got more around. We've rescued 4 civilians. There's 8 dead, but there are 6 still alive. And I can see well, at least one of them. Still trying to play this really cautiously. I don't think there's anything in this direction. There's a civilian there, but I don't think the map goes any further than that, and I'm not even sure I can get up there, so that civilian, fingers crossed, should be safe. Apparently we've got some cover there, so let's move into it. And overwatch as many people as we can. Oh, miss. How unsurprising.
Not good.
It definitely is not good. Okay, so what's he going to do?
They're starting to lose
He's going to run away and kill another civilian. Brilliant.
What was that sound?
Right. How far can you advance? About that far. Full cover. You could see an alien, you now cannot. So let's move you forwards. Ah, now you have one flanked. Unfortunately, you can't take a shot. You probably can't get far enough forwards to hit him. Now you could run and gun. think that might be my option here.
Moving at the speed of
Not
death.
necessarily a good option, but an option nonetheless. And he's still flanked, which should give us a good chance to... Oh, still only a 48% chance to hit. But an 80% chance to crit.
This negates every hope we had of establishing a clear pattern of behavior among the alien species. This specimen is nothing like the others.
Seems like they've got one of everything.
Now we have a problem. Because now we have chrysalids. And chrysalids have way more health than a grenade will take. On top of that, I'm probably going to end up killing that civilian if I try to throw a grenade at this chrysalid. Nothing really anybody can do here. Gonna move my support guy round. Take a shot, might get lucky. I know he's being flanked, but the chrysalid's a melee alien, so it doesn't really matter if I'm in cover or not, to be honest. Well, that's got him down to 4 hit points. Still, a grenade won't cut it. Interesting what to do here. Well, I haven't taken a shot with this assault guy, so I could move him here.
You're clear. Go.
Which rescues a civilian and gives me a 100% chance to hit.
X-ray down.
Does still leave us with the problem that there is still another one up there. Not an awful lot I can do about that.
Target acquired.
And 2 more floaters.
X-rays coming in from the sides.
2 more floaters in cover, I might add. Okay, well, you're flanked. Clearly you are in a bad position there. So at the very least, let's get you into some cover. You still see stuff? You have a little chance to hit stuff. So let's just cycle through the other guys we have available. 20% chance, that's the only one you can see. Can he reach him with a grenade? He'll certainly take the cover out. Don't think there's any more civilians around there, so
Frag out.
I know at least one of the civilians is over to the left. That's done 3 damage and taken away his cover, which now gives me a 59% chance to hit him, so I still missed. Wonderful.
Missed.
However, it's that chrysalid that I'm more worried about. I'm going to move my support guy forwards. You can see that other floater now. 63% chance to hit that chrysalid. I'd be foolish not to at least take the shot. It was a hit, but it did very low damage. Now, there is a civilian there, so I don't want to lob a grenade, because if I hit that car... See if there's any way... Yeah, I can't actually get enough range on that to get the floater. Now, what can my sniper do? 75% chance to hit, 65... The chrysalid's going to be the biggest pain here. If I can kill the chrysalid, I should kill the chrysalid. And even with headshot, still not lucky enough to get the crit.
As unprofessional as it sounds, the bite seems to have turned him into a zombie.
Well, at least I don't have to worry about that civilian anymore. And there's a zombie. So, yeah. There's a grenade going in here very, very shortly. This is an annoying little trick floaters have. They can jump around on the
They got me
battlefield.
flanked. They're moving to flank me. I'm pinned down. Cover my flank.
Okay, well. I'm now being suppressed. This is my sniper. Now, one thing about suppression, and let me just have a quick look and see what his chances are to hit anybody. Pretty crappy. The thing about suppression is it reduces your firing accuracy, and if you move they get a free shot. However, they don't get a free shot if you fire at them. And on top of that, if you damage the person who is suppressing you, the suppression ends. So we've killed the chrysalid, done some damage to the zombie. That car's going to explode on the next round. You should have a fairly good chance to hit him, and he's only got 1 hit point left. I'd have been very upset if that had missed. You apparently can't do anything. I'm going to assume you can't see. You've got a 63% chance to hit the zombie, and you've got another grenade. But a grenade will only do 3 damage, and shooting will do 5, so... And it was a crit, so we actually did 6.
I need ammo.
So 1 hit point left. Now I could move him around, which I think I will. It's a little bit foolish. Especially as he doesn't seem to be able to hit a barn door. This could be bad. I do think these are the only 2 things that are left now. Okay, so he's in Overwatch. That car should explode. Bada boom. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the achievement. Now, if I don't have a 100% chance to hit here,
He's down.
zombie
Excellent
in the
work.
face with a
All
shotgun.
objectives complete.
Okay, so poor on the civilians saved, but we killed all the aliens, and we didn't lose any operatives. That's a result in my book. So let's see what we get after that. Hopefully, it will reduce panic in the USA, it'll reduce panic in India. And then when we get the council meeting, we'll hopefully get some money, and we won't lose 2 big nations.
Looks like they're really taking care of business down there, and without so much as a scratch.
Everybody gets promoted, which is fantastic. So, flush or rapid fire? Both very useful. I think my other guy has flush actually, so I'm going to give you rapid fire. Yes, he does have flush, so that was brilliant. I've got 1 of each now. Close Combat Specialist confers a reaction shot against an enemy who closes within 4 tiles, does not require Overwatch. So basically, if an alien comes within 4 tiles of you, he will take a shot at him. Or adds 1 damage on critical hits for each enemy the squad can see. Well, unfortunately, you can't always guarantee a crit, so that's probably more useful for survival. Our support guy, 1 additional smoke grenade. Well, 1's usually enough. 3 medikits, though, is pretty much a must. And my sniper, I'm going to give squad sight, so he will now be able to take a shot at any alien that any member of the squad can see. And we've got some junk. Panic in Brazil has decreased by 2.
We will be in touch, Commander.
I'm sure the troops will be eager to get out there and even up the body count.
But in the rest of the world, nothing. 4 days until the council report, so let's zoom along.
Incoming transmission.
Looks like we have lost India, but we haven't lost the United States. Unexpected, but appreciated.
Commander, unfortunately, one of our members has chosen to discontinue their involvement in the Xcom project. While we are disappointed to have lost their support, the remaining council members remain committed to the Xcom project. You've done an admirable job in combating the alien threat over the course of this past month, Commander. However, we still believe there is room for improvement in your efforts.
Okay, so not completely brilliant, but we did keep the United States and their panic level has dropped by 1, which means it's still possible to get Canada and Mexico and be able to get the air superiority perk.
Remember, we will be watching.
And I have a satellite which I can redeploy and drop somebody else. So what I will do is get out of here, go back into the situation room. We can't deploy the satellite yet, but it will probably go... well, we'll see what happens in the meantime before we do that one. I am going to get a ship, get a interceptor in North America, because now we have money. Not much, but let's at least get one in there. I am going to go...
Our suspicions may have been true after all. They're not just here for abductions. They have something else in mind.
So I'm going to build facility. And I am going to put in here our officer training school, because I'm sick of doing missions with 4 guys.
The new engineers arrived this morning, Commander. We're always glad to have more help down here.
See what's going on in the lab?
Though I do not always agree with Dr. Shen, he has a point in this case. Now that we have the potential to capture an alien subject alive, we do need to construct a containment facility before we attempt to bring one in. I just don't understand. Why use such advanced technology against innocent civilians?
Well, we're still a little short on cash. I'm not going to hire any more soldiers at the moment. I've got enough, and I do want to save some money so that we can expand the squad size. Let's just have a quick look on the grey market and see if there's any junk here we can sell. No, not really. I want to be hanging on to all of that. So, we have made some progress. We've completed a terror mission. Not the best work, but we did kill all the aliens. We've reduced panic in the United States and managed to keep them on board. We have lost India, but it's only 1 country lost so far, and I'm sure I've recovered from worse than this. There are a lot of countries here that have high levels of panic, but hopefully I'll stop ballsing it up as much as I have been in the last few missions and be able to recover from that.
Commander, at this point, a foundry would certainly help us further hone the effectiveness of these new weapons and equipment. I'd recommend we get started on construction sooner, rather than later.
Now, a foundry really is useful. It allows you to build all kinds of upgraded weapons. Unfortunately, I believe they're relatively expensive. If I were to build one, it would require 3 power. Oh, it's only 75. Yeah, I might as well. Let's go for it. He's definitely right. Sooner rather than later is much better. So, there we are. Our first terror mission completed, with half the civilians, almost half the civilians saved, and the whole squad brought back alive. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I hope you rejoin me when I'll be taking the fight to the aliens.